Okay. So in our previous session, we have discussed about the connectivity with CSV file, and we have discussed about some transformations. In this session, we are gonna discuss about some more transformations as well. We are going to discuss about connectivity with database. Okay, and some transformations, and prepare manual data. Okay, so don't worry, when we are gonna discuss, then you will understand more. Okay. So as we have already discussed about this view, like this is the report view, data view, model view, and these are the visualization, and whatever you connect, like whatever data source you will connect, you will get the data set here. Okay, so you have like couple of data connectors here, but like if you need to connect to any specific data source that is not available here, so you can just connect here on get data, and in get data you may find out the your required source. But if that source is still not available here, in that case you can click on more. Okay, so let's wait. Yeah, after clicking on more, you will get this option, get data. So on all option, you can see all the data connectors or the data different connectors, but your data is specific to file related. Then you can click on file, and whatever your data set like JSON, XML or CSV, you can click and connect. But in our case, our data source is database. So we are going to connect on database. So we have different options. We are gonna see how we can connect with the SQL Server database. If you need to connect with any other source, you just need to click, and accordingly, let's say you have to click on online services, you can click here, and you have different options. Azure, so again you have different options. But in our case, we are going to discuss about how we are gonna connect with SQL Server database. So I'll click here on SQL Server database, and let me open SQL Server here first. Okay, meanwhile it is opening. Let me open here as well. So I'll click here on SQL Server database and click on connect. So you need to click on database first. After that, you need to select your required database. In our case, SQL Server. So that's why I have selected this one. And after that, click on connect. Once you click on connect, you will get one pop-up. Yeah, you will get this pop-up, which will basically in this you have to provide the details, server name and database. So whenever you will work on any whenever you will work with any of the organization, then you must have access of that server, and you will get the details from client. So accordingly you will put that server name here. So in our case, I'm connecting with my local system, so this is my server name. Okay, so first let me connect here, and let me open this. Okay, so whatever is your server name, you just need to put here. After that, database is optional. You can put, or you can select later on. Now let me go back again, and let me click on new query. Okay, now if I click here on database, so you are seeing this ABC, Akash, demo, organization, test. So these all are the database. Similarly, you will see all these databases there as well. So let me copy the server name So this is the server name I'm copying. You can, if you have already SQL server installed on your machine, so you can just, you will get the basically server name here from here. Okay, and then I can put this server name here, and I can leave blank database option at this moment, and I'll click on OK. See, I'm able to see these all the databases. ABC org test. Now, in our case, I need to select a data set, or I will say tables from all database. So I'll click on all, and like whatever table I need to select from here, I just need to, click on the specific checkbox. So let's say in our case, I'm going to select department and employee. So I'm going to select these two tables. Okay, whatever you need to select, you can, just check, and, then your table will be, you are able to see your table here on the right side. So let me click on load. So whenever you will load the data set or table, so whatever your data set or table, you will be able to see here, like see department, employee. You may have you might have other tables as well. So you can see here all your tables or all your data sets. So see, it is showing as well, like 4 rows loaded and 16 rows loaded. So whatever the row count, it will show. Okay, so you can see these two tables here. So we will call it as a department is a one data set, employee is a one data set. So these two are the data set. Maybe you might have 5 tables, 10 tables. So all are the different data sets. Okay. And let's say if you need to see any table data, so you can click on data view, and then you can click here on department, then you will able to see the data. And let's say if you need to see the employee data, then you will click on employee. You are seeing employee data. If you have any other data set, you can just click on it, and then you can see the data. Okay. Okay, now let me go into the transform data, and we are going to discuss about the merge queries as a part of this transformation. Okay, so what exactly is merge query? Let me explain first merge query. Okay, so if you are belong to SQL background, if any of you, so you must be aware about join. If you are not, so don't worry, I'm explaining. So merge, it is equivalent to basically join in SQL. So now what is the use of merge or join in? Like merge, we call it as in Power BI, and join in SQL. So the use of merge or join is to fetch the data from multiple data sets or multiple tables. So there are times when you don't have, all the required column, all the required data in one table. So at that time, you need to, join from multiple tables. You need to fetch the data from multiple table. So that's the reason we use merge. Okay. And we have total 6 type of join in Power BI. In a second, left, third, right, fourth, full, fifth, left anti, and sixth, right hand. Okay. So before even discussing about this, let's let me clear one more thing. So when you will fetch data from, two table, then there is one condition like your there should be one common column in both of the tables. So let's say in our table we have taken two data set, employee and department. So let's say in employee we have 8 columns, and in department let's say we have 3 columns. But for the business requirement, or I'll say for the specific report, we need 5 columns from employee table, and we need 2 columns from department table to create any report. Okay, so I need to use merge, merge command, and using merge I can join this employee and department to fetch the data. So I can fetch 5 columns from here and 2 columns from here. Now there should be one thing mandatory. There should be one common column from both of the table. Based on that, you can make join. So there should be one common column. Okay. So there should be one column which will be exist in employee as well as department. Based on that, you will make a join. Okay. So let me try to explain you in this Excel so that you will better understand. So let's say we have one table employee, and we have 3 columns: employee number, employee name, and department. And we have another data set, department, and in which we have department and department name. So I just told this thing, there should be one common column. So you can see department common column exists in the employee as well as department. Okay, it is not mandatory that common name should be same. Common name might be different. Maybe here common column name is department. Here it might be DPT, NO, or something else. But the values should be basically both the purpose of both columns should be same. Like it is also holding department values, it is also holding department values. Okay, now let's discuss about first condition, which is first basically join type, first merge type, which is inner join. So inner join, in inner join you will always get the matching reports. So let's say I need 2 columns from here and 1 column department name from here. So let me do it. Inner join. So see, employee number and employee name I took from here, and if you see, both have 10 department. So if I look up, if I join 10 here, so 10 department is HR. So I'll get the HR result. And after that, there is one more column 20, which is also matching. See, 20 is also matching. So I can put 103 Rahul from here. And if I see the 20 department, so 20 department name is IT. Okay. So this is the inner join. Inner join always return the matching reports. So if you see, there is one extra report, which is 40. And here also, no. Yeah, here also there is one extra record, which is 30. So these records will not come as a part of inner join, because inner join always returns the matching records. So now let's take a similar type of example in Power BI and how we will do practically. Let me open this. So see here in department database, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, and in employee, if I show you, we have 10, 20, 30, and 50. So meaning 10, 20, 30 are matching, and there's extra department 50, which is not available in department table, and in department there is one department 40, which is not available in employee table. Okay, so it means whenever we will use inner join, the result should be only belong to 10, 20, 30 department. Okay, so how we are going to use merge? If you will click on home and you will click here merge queries, and merge queries as new, and you will select the data set from here. You can select any of the data set. So I'm selecting employee here, and let's say department from here. Now I need to select this department number, this department number. So these are the common column in both of the data set. Now this is giving one error, one warning. So can anyone guess what is this error and how we can resolve this? You can put message on chat if anybody aware. Type error. So how we can resolve this, Abdul, or anyone can answer? Yeah, just with the right data type. So we need to change the data type. Abdul and Smita both are right. Yeah. So if I see here in department, we have this decimal. So 1.2 basically point denote this is decimal data set. And if I see here in employee, this is ABC. ABC denote it is text. So I need to change the data type. The data type of both columns should be same. So this is also mandatory. So I can click here, and after that I can, there are multiple ways to change the data type. So I click here and right click, and after that I have this option change type, and I'm changing it to whole number. So see, it is in whole number 1 2. And again for this as well, I can change in whole number. So I'll click here and I'll click on transform, and I can change here. So I need to just select the required column, and then I can basically select from here and decimal to whole number. So it is also changed. Now I'll go again on home and merge queries option, merge queries as new, and let me select employee, and then department, and then department number and department number. Now there is no error. Now I can select the inner join. So it is also showing only matching rows. It will return only matching reports. I'll click on OK. So see, I have this new, merge data set is available, and I need to see the, department column. For that, I'll click on this arrow, and I can select whatever column I want to select. Let's say, let me select all for now, so that I can, show you the comparison. Okay. See, now I have selected all. So this belong to this department number belong to employee, and this department belong to department number. So if you see 10, 20, 30, you are getting only matching reports. You are not getting 40 and 50. Okay. Now, if you need to select the column, like from employee, whatever you column want, and what all column you want from department. So you will go here on choose column, and you can select. Let's say you want employee number, employee name, job, hire date, salary. Let's say these columns you want from employee, and for department you want only these columns. Then you can click on OK. Okay. So other columns has name. So like this you can select. Okay. Let me remove this. So I showed you just to explain, so that can we merge more than 2 data set? So if you need to merge more than two data set, then you need to merge first two data set. After that, you need to join that two data set from other data set. In this way, you can merge. Okay. Okay. Now, like if you need to change the name, again, you can go here and let's say you can say employee department inner. Click on enter. So you can see this data type. Sorry, the data set name has been changed. Okay. Now let's discuss about the second join type, which is left. In SQL, we call it as a left outer as well. So in left join, what is different? So first, let me tell you what exactly is the meaning of left. So left meaning, if you took first table as an employee and second table as an department, it means first table is your left table. So employee is your left table in this scenario. If I select employee first, okay. So this is the meaning of left. Now, left join basically provide you the matching reports as well as all the columns, all the data from left table. Okay, so let me tell you with the example. So let's say this is our employee, our left table. So if I talk about matching reports, so matching reports is 10 and 20. Other than that, we have this report 40. So you will get similar result matching. Now you will get one extra 104 and job. Now in this case, in department, since there is no department name for the 40 department, so here you will get null value. So you will get this type of data in left join. Let me remove. So in left join, make sure you will get the matching records and the whatever extra column, extra value in the left table, you will get all the records, and correspondence to that you will get null values in the right table from the right table. Okay, so there are some scenarios where you need all the data from left table but matching data from right table. So at that time you use left join. Okay, so now let's see this practically as well. So if I talk about, let's say I'm considering employee as in my left table. So if you see this 50 department, which is not available in the department table. So you will get all the value, all the column value related to 50, and in department from department table you will get null value. So let me do it. So again, I'll click on home and merge queries as new, and I need to select employee first because I'm considering employee as a left table and department, and condition would be same, common column, which is department number left outer. So you can learn, you can basically read this message as well. All from first means left and matching from second. You will get all the data from first table, but from the second table it's only match. Let me do it. Okay, see now 10, 20, 30, and you have got this 50 department. So let me click here and click on OK. See, since there is no value of 50 in department table, that's the reason you are showing null, null, null. Okay, so there is one extra row. If you see, there are 14 records here in the left join, but if you see here, there are only 13 records. One extra of that 50 department, and you can give name employee delivery left. So this you can give as according to business requirement. What will be the use of left merge if we get null value as result? It would not help in the code. Okay. So actually, in some scenarios, we require all the data might be from the left table. In our reporting, we might require some reports from only left table, not from the right table. So this is the huge. So, whenever you will work on any data warehousing project, so there are multiple type of scenarios. So that's the reason everything uses, that's why left and other joins are there in the SQL and Power BI. Okay. So now, can you give an example? So yes, as I mentioned, let's say you have, you want to see the different, employee belong to the, like how many employees are in that department table, or like if you see another example, you can see like how many department in your organization. There might be some department where you haven't hired any employee. So for some reporting, you might see different department, and there might be some scenario where there are some product for that there is no sale. So there are different uses. Okay. Now let's talk about right join. So right join, basically it's opposite. You will get all the result from right data set and matching records from the both data set. So if I put right here, in this case, right is my second table. So again, it is same, just you will get all the records from right table in this case, and matching records from the left table. So here department is our right table, and you can see this 40 department, and employee, there is no 40 department. So for that, again click on home, merge queries as employee, department number, and then write out. Okay. So I can click here. Okay. And if you see, we have all the information related to 40 department. Since there is no employee in the 40 department, so that's the reason we are getting null values. Okay. Now what is the one? How would we want to use with join? What is fuzzy matching? Okay, so it's depend on the scenario. You will get to know whenever you will work on the real-time project, you will work on your report. So like there would be some requirements, like you will get the matching reports, or you will get all the data from left table. So as per the requirement, you need to decide. Okay. And second question, fuzzy logic. So as a part of this training, we are not covering fuzzy matching. You can explore, and if you have any specific question, then you can put in group, or you can message me. If I get time, then accordingly I'll create one video for that, because like everything is not possible to cover. So thank you. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, left and right join are opposite. So again, we are getting 14 because 13 are matching, but we are getting one extra record from the right table. So again, we can change from here, employee, department, right. Just giving you, I'm not, providing any practical of fuzzy logic, but fuzzy is something whenever you have some prediction, like you have percentage, like how much percentage data should be matched at that time, you are going to use fuzzy logic. Why the upper values are also null? Okay, this one, because actually this is coming null from the database itself. This commission column. But if you see other column, there are values. Okay, now another one is, fourth one is full. So full outer join means it will return the matching reports from both of the table as well as non-matching report from both of the table. So in this case, if I take this example, so you know 10, 10, 20 are matching, but 30 and 40 are not matching. So you will get 30 and 40 both as well. Okay. So let's say 104 for 40, you have got this value null. And if I change it to full, and if I select finance here, since it belongs to 30 and 30 is not available here, you'll get null here. So see, so whatever like if there is no data correspondence to left table, then there should be null in right table and vice versa. Okay, so in this case, in our Power BI case, 13 reports are matching, and one report extra, we are getting one report extra in department table and one in employee table. So total we should get 15 reports. Okay, now let me use merge queries. My data set is employee and department. So in this case, you can take any of them first, because we are using merge. Sorry, full outer join. Need to select column. Make sure if you not select column, you will not get option. See, we get 15 records, and let me click here. And, oh. See, on 50 we get null here, and for 40 we get null in employee table. So this is the use of full join whenever you need all the data. Okay. Employee department. Full join. Now there is two more, left anti, right anti. So can anybody guess what is the region of like why what is the concept for the left anti? Anybody can guess? Any guesses? Okay, no issues. So the use of left anti join is, left anti basically will return only those report which is only available in left table. It will not return any matching report. It will not return any report which is available only in right table. It will only return that report which is only available in left table. Okay, so let me tell you here, left anti. So left anti, if you see 10, 20 are matching, and if you see 30 belongs to right table. So this is the only report 40 which is available in left table. So here you will get the okay. So again, in real time scenario, you can use this like if like how many department where there are no employee. So at that time, you can use left anti. So you can see, you might have multiple department. Here we have only one department since we are working on the dummy data. So you will get that information. So let me do it practically. So in this case, we are considering employee as in left. So 50 is the department which is, not matching and only available in the left table. So let's merge queries as new employee department, department number, and left and see, you can see those only in first. Okay, see, we have got only 50 department number. Okay. So yes, whenever you will work on real-time projects, so you will get requirement and accordingly you can decide. So now basically you know the concept of the different joins. Now you can use because you know what inner joins do, what left, what right, what pole, and what left anti. Okay. So one join is left, which is right anti. So again, left anti and right anti are again same, but here it will return only those record, only that record which is only available in the right table. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, right. That's right. So here if I right anti, so in right we have only this 30 and finance, which is not available in the left table. It will return this record. Okay, let's take this scenario as well. Queries as well. And employee department. I need to use right anti. Sorry, right anti. Click on department number, common column, and click on OK. See, I got only 14. Yeah. So yes, this is all about the merge. Basically, merge transformation. You can use different as per the business requirement. Okay, coming on the second topic of the day, connectivity, sorry, third topic. And after that, we may get one more. Okay, so let's discuss prepare manual data. So actually, you can directly connect with the different data sources, but sometimes there is some requirement where you might need some custom calculation and you might need to create some table. Like that table is not available, you have got some master information. So at that time, you can, prepare manual data. You can, create your own table and you can decide as per the business requirement, how many columns you want, how many rows you want. You can basically create by yourself. Okay. So how you will do it? First, let me close and apply this. So whenever, whatever you have done here, that will be, your part of report now. So if I click close and apply, you will get all these data sets on the right side here. Okay, now if you need to prepare manual data, so you will click here on enter data. Okay, and you can see here, you can change the name of table from here. You can give any name. Let's say I'm giving sales. And if you need to click the different column, you can click here on plus, plus. And if you need to click on row, you can click here plus, 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 like this. Okay. So let me click. If you need to change the name of column, you will double click and then you can give any name. Let's say year, month, and sales. Let's say 2022 month in Jan. Sales is 5,000. So like this, you can prepare manual data. And if you need to create same column, for 2023, so you can press Control Shift and you can select this and using down and side arrow key and copy and then paste it, and you can change the years from here. Similarly, you can create other tables as well. Let me do it load. Okay, after loading, you will see this table here. See, this table has created here. Okay, and you can see in transform as well. This sales table you can see here, and you can click here if you need to make any changes, any addition of column, any addition of row. So where you will click, let me tell you again. Click on sales on the left side and click on apply step on the source, and there is one setting option here. You will click here, and then you can further plus insert column and set rows, and like this you can do. If you need to change the name of the data set, you can do it from here. Okay, so like this you can create your table. You can create your own table. You can use multiple columns, multiple rows depending on the requirement. You can. Now there's one more concept which we are going to discuss about, that is pivot. Actually this is one of the transformation. Pivot, it means basically pivot converts the row value into the column value. So whenever we have some requirement where we need to compose or convert the row value into column, at that time we use pivot. So let's say if if you might have multiple years as well, 2020, 21, and you might have 12 months on, so it is difficult to see everything here. So for that reason, what you can do, you can pivot this table, meaning you can see year here, and after that you can see 12 month and then sales value for all 12 months for different years. Let me do it, then you will better understand. So pivot, whenever we need to transpose the row value into the column. So I need to transpose month column, and then I need to put sales value into the different month depending on the years. So how will I do? I'll click on month, I'll click on transform, and this is the option pivot column. Click here on pivot column. Okay, let me do this way. I need to select first the second step, pivot column, and now here it is asking me which value I want, in this column. So I want sales value. I can click it. See, now we get data like this. So we can see everything in one row for 2022, 2023, and you might have 2021 as well. Let's say if I have three, 6 months for 2021 as well. So if I go here in pivot column, so you can see like this. So let me tell you again this step. So what I want all the month, I want to transpose all the month value, as a row to column, and under that I want this sales value. So whatever column I want, I will click on that specific column, and then I'll click on pivot column, and which value I want to, transpose. After transforming, which value I want under this. So I want sales value. So I'll click sales flow here. See. So there might be some scenarios you get, data into this format, and at that time you might need to transpose even before creating report. So you should be aware about the pivot concept, then you can, do it. Okay. Now there is one more, that is unpivot. So unpivot is basically opposite of pivot. It transports the rows value into column. So there are some scenarios where you need to, transpose the row value into column. Let's show example for month also. Sorry, we have showed for month now. Okay. And for unpivot, what I need to do, I need to, do in the similar structure. So I click here on year and transpose and unpivot column. Sorry. I'll click on year and transform and unpivot column, and here I want to unpivot other column, not year column. So I'll click here unpivot other columns. So see, I got the data in the similar way. Now I can change the column name. I can double click on it and then change the name. Let me do it again. So I'll click here on year and unpivot column. I want to unpivot other columns, not year. So that's the reason unpivot other columns. So I got the result, whatever I was getting previously. And now I can change the column name, let's say month, and whatever sales. So it's up to you. Depending on the requirement, you can change the column name. Okay, and I have given you one example for pivot and unpivot. You can, do hands-on, you can do practice, and if you have a specific question, a specific scenario, again, everything is not possible to cover as a part of this batch. I can create video for that, if for any specific thing. if you can message me on WhatsApp, or if you can mail me with the specific question, like first you can explore by yourself, and after that if you get stuck and if you have any specific query, then I'll try to answer that by message or by creating some video as a part of exam. Okay guys, so this is all about the today's class. Now let's meet on today is Thursday. Let's meet on Saturday. Like if you have any other question, you can ask. Otherwise, let's meet on Saturday. Okay, guys. Then thank you everyone. And I'm requesting you to I will share this recording, but please like and comment so that video performance won't degrade. Yeah, thank you everyone. Thanks for joining.